Broncos from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. On first down, Justin Herbert. And his first pass is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now a toss left side into the hand. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Justin. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Always fun to get a peek at Tom Brady as he gets in place to command this offense for Tampa Bay.
Well, we've all seen what Tom Brady can do on a football field for a couple of decades now. But how about his most impressive accomplishment? Moving to a different franchise and taking them to a Super Bowl title as well. Not many players. Continually stiff-arm Father Time the way that he has. Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
On 2nd and 12, Brady. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Buccaneers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal to the 1. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Now Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And it's now a 7-0 game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25. Justin Herbert and the rest of the Charger offense set to take over once more. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And some room to roam now. And they're able to get this way down there inside the Tampa 20. A big play there on the catch and run. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Herbert. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Eckler. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Herbert off of play action. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Shaquille Barrett. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. On third down, here's Eckler. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard carry. It does put him just a few yards short of the goal line, but fourth down coming up. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. Fourth down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 10. Brady now to throw. Dancing to his left. First hook up with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does a lot of space out there to set up a return, and remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
7 yards, the pickup there. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert, he's got Allen. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Allen's got it complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. Now a 2nd down and 6. Herbert looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Again, Herbert. And it's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Donald Parham from 6 yards away. And the Chargers have taken the lead. With the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. This fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And now Anderson is slow to get up, staying down after that last play. The Tampa A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender. Away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 2nd and 12, Brady. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he's got this down to the 35.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And he's got it. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Brady's going to sneak it, and he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Tom Brady keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead is now 14-10. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Charger drive about to get going. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe. So what you're saying is that we're doing... He's by himself. Keenan Allen. 30. 10. 5. Touchdown, LA. Keenan Allen, 83 yards. And the Chargers have once again taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 17-14. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Leonard Fournette and the rest of the Bucs offense set to take over once more. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Brady going to throw. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and
touchdown! Austin Eckler, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll swing this out to Fournette. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. From the 22, Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw is Brady. Flush to his right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. So we have reached halftime, intermission with the visiting Chargers, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So this a two-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
He finds some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Fournette, a first down carry. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On play action, it's Brady. It's complete. He's got Gronk. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
On play action, now Brady. Forced out to his left. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard there to make the grab. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead is down to a field goal. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. The Charger drive about to get going. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Ty Long now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call for you
makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Here's Brady to throw. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down. Needed the 40, but he's a yard or 2 shy. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And the defense bit hard there. They were thinking run all the way, play fake, working to perfection on 4th down.
And it was able to work because of the down and distance situation. 4th and short, you've got to respect the run. You show a little play action. Oftentimes you find people open for what you need, and that's exactly what they got done there.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Here's 2nd and a yard. On the draw, this is Fournette. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
A toss running left, Fournette. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think.
Face mask. Defense. Oh, man. Can't do that.
Well, Leonard Fournette, so big and strong, tough to wrap up. At that time, they did so by grabbing the face mask.
Well, as you well know, he's much too big for guys to try and arm tackle. You've got to bring some body with you. This time, the hand got up too high, and that necessitated the throwing of the flag.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady dumps it off to Fournette. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And Suckup will put this one right through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal.
A pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25. L.A. readies for its next possession. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. Now room for Eckler. And he's got room. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here is Eckler. A beautiful fake. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Now it's Herbert. He's going to find Cook here in the end zone for a Charger touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Chargers are going to take the lead. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Taken in at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Airing this one out for Evans. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete there to Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
He's got Johnson. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Brady's throw there complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Bottom line, 2-yard gain's just not going to cut it in this situation. You've got to move the ball downfield in order to have a chance.
Defense will give him that the rest of the way. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on fourth down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. Now Brady got to have this one. Being chased out left. And Brady able to get down as he picks up a first. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Brady to throw. And that'll be caught by Darden. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the touchdown at PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores... right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Back now comes Tampa Bay. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And Brady will sneak it. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for fourth down. Brady's going to sneak it. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Probably helps your confidence level on those fourth down sneaks to have a quarterback as tall as he is.
Yeah, you're talking about being able to extend at the end and make sure the ball gets to the first down marker. But also, he has to be able to drop his hips and get down behind that offensive line in order to move forward. Because if he just runs it straight up and down, you and I both know that they'll snap him backwards. Well done there, well executed.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone, all right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a first throw here in overtime. This is caught by Evans. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it. All right, I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
From the 31, Brady. He's going to drop this one down to Bernard. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Brady now on first down. Oh, what a catch by Gronkowski. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT. Well, I know at points of this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game.